To be like Jesus, Daily Devotional by Ellen G. White. Prayers of a Godly Woman answered, January 23rd. For this child I prayed, and the Lord hath given me my petition which I asked of him. 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 27. Elkanah, a Levite of Mount Ephraim, was a man of wealth and influence, and one who loved and feared the Lord. His wife Hannah was a woman of fervent piety, gentle and unassuming. Her character was marked with deep earnestness and a lofty faith. The blessing so earnestly sought by every Hebrew was denied this godly pair. Their home was not gladdened by the voice of childhood, and the desire to perpetuate his name led the husband, as it had led many others, to contract a second marriage. But this step, prompted by a lack of faith in God, did not bring happiness. Sons and daughters were added to the household, but the joy and beauty of God's sacred institution had been marred, and the peace of the family was broken. Peninnah, the new wife, was jealous and narrow-minded, and she bore herself with pride and insolence. To Hannah, hope seemed crushed, and life a weary burden, yet she met the trial with uncomplaining meekness. The burden which she could share with no earthly friend, she cast upon God. Earnestly she pleaded that he would take away her reproach and grant her the precious gift of a son to nurture and train for him. And she made a solemn vow that if her request was granted, she would dedicate her child to God, even from its birth. Hannah's prayer was granted. She received the gift for which she had so earnestly entreated. As she looked upon the child, she called him Samuel, asked of God. As soon as the little one was old enough to be separated from his mother, she fulfilled her vows. From Shiloh to Hannah quietly returned to her home in Ramah, leaving the child Samuel to be trained for service in the house of God under the instruction of the high priest. From the earliest dawn of intellect, she had taught her son to love and reverence God, and to regard himself as the Lord's. By every familiar object surrounding him, she had sought to lead his thoughts up to the Creator. When separated from the child, the faithful mother's solicitude did not cease. Every day, he was the subject of her prayers. She did not ask for her son's worldly greatness, but she earnestly pleaded that he might attain the greatness which heaven values, that might honor God and bless his fellow human beings. This is your daily devotion. We thank you for listening. We hope you can join us again tomorrow. Please also check the YouTube comments for any further study notes.